this is Nikki, and I'm here to share the messages that I get from Spirit and from all of our higher selves. And so I'm going to share some channeled messages from the divine masculines, or your divine counterpart. And just before I do that, the letters that I'm going to read out are numbers 83, 51, and also 43. And I'm going to read them from each of the books. And the other message I'm going to give is to give you a visual of what I saw in healing yesterday. And again, it was really lovely because, again, just makes you remember, again, what we're doing. So I see them both as little cherubs, and the girl was running around in a field full of daisies. And her twin was sat on a cloud, and he was a little cherub in the cloud. And he was lowering down a ladder for her to climb up onto. But as the ladder came down, he pulled it up again. And so she had to go, and then I saw her get a chair, and then she found the chair and stood on the chair, and then she was able to get onto the ladder. That's when he pulled the ladder up, and then I see them explode into stardust. Now, the symbology behind that, of course, is really powerful because, firstly, daisies. Daisies are the only flower that they have two within. They have two flowers into one. So it's the sign of unifying the energies. And union is actually, your reunion and your union energy is because you've always been created. Just like the daisy, it has always been created as two flowers. So that is very strong to say you have always been created together. So to remember that. The next thing was about the ladder. And of course, we are all on our ladder of awakening. And to go further and further up the ladder of love. And so again, it was really powerful to see that actually it was him, her twin, that was holding the ladder. And by pulling it away from her, she obviously had to go and find another solution to get higher up the ladder. So again, very symbolic about how, even though it may not feel like it, because I'm sure at the time, having the ladder pulled away from you would have probably been really annoying. But what it did, it did that to enable her to elevate herself higher, because she could go and find the chair, and then finding the chair made her get onto the ladder, and she could do it herself. So again, really symbolic of knowing that your energies are always working together, no matter what it looks like. So if you're being pushed into sort of tricky situations with your twin, and everyone's different, so some may not be in contact with them, some will have contact with them, some will, some will have to have just faith. The biggest thing in this whole journey is having faith in what you can't see. And so that's why being able to tap in to see the energies and to spend time in meditation and to really concentrate on the soul connection is very often the only thing that you have to go on. And so that's why it's so important to develop that connection. And of course, what that healing was showing her was that, that they are working together as one, because of course, teamwork makes the dream work. I'm going to finish off yesterday's read. So if you followed yesterday's videos, I started to do an energy read for both of our energies and the union energy, or reunion. And I just wanted to say that somebody has sent through a song, and it is Brian Adams, and it is Back to You. Now, the message very clearly was wishing upon a star, and has been about using keep wishing upon the stars. And in this particular song, it has that lyric. And it's an amazing song. It basically says, thank you for standing by me when, I know that I've been tricky, basically. So I've put the link to the song in the description box, and I would highly recommend you go to that, because in the comments box, yesterday I was talking about keep the faith and hope. And of course, in the comments, there was somebody called Keep the Faith and Hope. So, that's what I always do. I always look at the comments, because I just know there's going to be a sync which will tie in each message, because all of these messages go from one to the next to the next. And it is like we are creating a daisy chain that is bringing us back to the beginning, which is bringing us back to our twin. The daisy chain of love, basically. And so what I'm going to, oh my goodness, and I've got just got an email just as I said that, the fit for a king and a queen. And that's, remember, that is also what you're doing, elevating yourself up into your full God, goddess, king, queen power, you know, to really understand the power of you, the power of what you bring to this amazing universe. And, you know, all the time, remember that, because that, again, is what brings you right back into the heart of the matter, which is about creating love. And so I'm going to read number 51. And it is this, that you need to stop driving yourself crazy by going over and over and over things in your head. And what if this, and what if that, and what if I had done this, and should I have sent this? All of that mind chatter, just stop and know that you don't need to be thinking any of that stuff. Quiet your mind, because I'm trying to tell you things. And you can't listen if you are scrambling around in your head all the time. It makes it really difficult for me to get through to you. And if you just stopped, quiet for a moment and listen to your heart, you know that I am right there, here, sending you so much love, so much tender, caring and compassionate love, from my heart to your heart, to help transform this situation. Please focus on the love that we have for each other, the love of being together and completing each other, the love of being in union with ourselves and one another. Aww. Number 51 is also number 6, which is the love path. So it's really apt that someone asked for that this morning. So 51 from book 2. I want you to know that our love is deeper than the oceans, higher than the clouds in the sky, and more encompassing than all the oxygen in all the world, keeping all the animals and plants alive. Our love is what keeps humanity alive. Our love is needed to raise this beautiful planet to the next level. You know that this is our truth. You know that this is what we are here to do. You know this is what we came for, to find each other, to find love, to embody love, to emanate love, to radiate love and light and be beams of crystalline pillars of love and light. Oh my God, I just love that. Okay, so I guess the guidance is really super strong today about remember. Okay, so letter 51 from book 3. That I'm really proud of you. I'm really proud of how far you've come on your journey, how much of a difference it's made in our journey back to each other. If you hadn't woken up to what this is, what our love was, then I would have stayed in a slumber. My life I could have carried on feeling like I was never really going to get why I'm here, and what am I doing here? What's this all about? All of those big questions that you hope one day someone will be able to help you answer. And you have. You've brought me the gift of vision, the gift of seeing the light. So please keep going, because it's working. I'm starting to see the light. I mean, that just really backs up everything that I saw in the healing of that lady, you know, that it is teamwork making the dream work. And I think sometimes it's really easy to forget that, because we kind of get so, you know, back into the slip down into the, oh, but this is happening and he's not doing this, or I haven't heard from him in however many years or months or whatever it is. So that's why it's saying, look, we see beyond that into the heart. So, letter 83. I'm so pleased you've come. I've been wanting to tell you not to worry. I can see that you've been suffering and questioning how I love you. Well, please don't. I can't always get through to you, and sometimes it's like it's really cloudy and the sun rays are hiding behind the clouds. But really, they, me, are wanting to burst through and shine our love, light and warmth onto you. Please, please open your heart to me. Throw the doors open wide and trust that we are being guided back together by a big divine torchlight. Our homecoming will come. Well, I mean, that's, just, 83 from book 2. I want to say that I'm waiting longingly and somewhat impatiently now for you to come home to me. Oh, this is obviously from someone's higher self. It feels like it's been way, way, way too long, and we've been apart for way too long. Surely we must have learnt enough lessons for us to come back together. I know that you are my heart. I know that I don't want anyone else. I know that I am the only one that makes your soul light up and gives your heart the gift of wholeness. I know that only my body fits yours like a glove. I know all of this. So why won't you come? And when will we be together? Oh my God. So this is just brilliant, isn't it? Because this is clearly from somebody's higher self asking them, their twin's higher self, come on, man, what's going on? And that's the other thing. People always say to me, but when? When is this going to happen? I wish I knew how long it's going to be. And you know what? Of course, that is, again, your natural human instinct to think when. But that's why, because it slips you out of the vibe, because immediately you're thinking when in time, and time is a very man-made thing. Whereas this is all about focusing on your heart, because you're already together. You are together. You've never been separated. So as soon as you start thinking about time, it puts in the context of the you're not together now. So that's why you just need to know that you are always together. You've never been separated. And the more that you can train your brain to think in that way, of course it's the reality, then it just makes you feel less, it makes you miss, not that makes you miss them less, but it just is a different feeling, right? Because it goes from pining to just knowing, right? And so just believe, right? They live in your heart. They live in you. They are you. You're already together. So letter 83 from book 1. My love, my heart, my angel, I love you. I desire you. I want to drown in your body. I want to caress your skin and kiss you tenderly all over. I want to feel every inch of our bodies touching and know that you are mine forever. I have waited for so long for you. I have waited so long for true love to come into my life, and then you arrived, like an angel from above. Trust that I'm on my way back to you, and trust that it is only you that's in my heart. Trust that my passion is you. I will be your dream every day for the rest of our lives. I love you to eternity and back. Well, I mean, that's the perfect letter to end on, because of course you have signed up to have a sacred sexual union. And so, of course, your bodies, your physiology, your DNA, everything about you is calling for that to happen, and will be exactly the same for your twin. So it is like you've got a ticking bomb going off inside you. And, the big creator or great spirit or God or whatever you want to call it is got the finger on the button. So you just have to trust, and know that we are all in this together. Remember, teamwork makes the dream work. All right, I hope that helps. Take care. Bye.